then they sent me a $50 voucher for them, but I'm gonna email them and see what else I can get because nigga, that shit was annoying, bro. Like
It's time for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in a city that sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past. Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd and 7, Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And they go play action now. Burrow flush to his right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. Play action. It's Burrow. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. First down, a bit of a disaster. And now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down. From the 5-yard line, with this opening drive yield 6. This is 3rd and goal. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
3rd and goal. Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
First carry for Najee Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Here we go. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Let's go. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Flushed out right. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss. On play action, Haskins. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tuck roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game in New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
You ain't going nowhere. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Check three, check three, check three.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. No score after one on EA Sports.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game.
3 down, 3 down. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They hand this off to Harris, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
Hey. Minus 57, 57's right. Here we go. He's checking. Crash. Bang.
They'll try the left side. Harris. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing third and goal.
Check nine. Kill. Watch the safety creep.
Now Haskins, a pop pass to his wideout. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson from 3 yards out. And the Steelers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Jackson now to return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think in clement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Burrow on play action. Throw left side complete. That's Daniels. 2nd and 8 coming up. They go play action with Burrow. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The quick throw by Burrow is complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock. If they get the ball back for their offensive guys, maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Haskins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm.
Mike, check, 59. Hey, defense, let's go. Check 59.
Here's Haskins to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Now left side on the swing pass. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. On 3rd down, Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Second and 11. Haskins will throw. And he fires one incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Let's go. Mike, check. 59. Tighten up. Pull it together.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Hey, I'm coming after you.
From the gun, it's Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Haskins. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Heavy on the
Now it's Haskins. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Throwing again, here's Haskins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 23. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
Come on now, come on.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. And McPherson on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Bengals 17, Steelers 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Haskins. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Second and 10. Again, it's Haskins. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. 2nd and 10 now, Haskins. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
And this one is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Watch the run. Watch the run. You're soft, baby. That's baby soft. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Hey, let's get this.
They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. Third time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first? Taking it right down Broadway. The 30. 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline? Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 2nd and 10, Haskins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious? Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Haskins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 1st down, it's Haskins. Looking here for Smith downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 36. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now Joe Mixon. He can't get him down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
121 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, but not a whole lot of space down at the 30. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And now they will throw it with Burrow.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at it, teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
On 2nd and goal, Haskins sliding out of the pocket. Touchdown! From 4 yards out.
And the Steelers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more that they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's in it?
He's got him in, complete. And they can't bring him down. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 72 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check 43. Watch the edge. Watch that.
Now here's another carry for Harris. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. On 1st down, Mixon. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 19-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. They're passing here. Joe Burrow dancing to his left. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On third down, here's Harris. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Play action. It's Burrow. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Open man is Chase, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
143 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Being chased out left. And his pass is intercepted for the... And he lost the football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers.
Two times. 3 down. 57. Mike, 57.
In your face.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And the punt team is out there. It's not fourth down. Maybe the cold weather here freezing their brain a bit. They'll drop to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Well, that was certainly an interesting time to try a fake punt. The good news, they will retain possession here, but now they face a fourth down. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it.